Hey everyone, Ross McCorkle here with another episode of the Depot 180. The Pittsburgh Steelers fell into the wrong kind of game early on against the Cincinnati Bengals with a questionable no call for pass interference, which knocked George Pickens to the ground and resulted in a pick six for the Bengals. With how potent that offense is, that seemed like a disaster. It didn't matter because the Steelers had their best offensive performance in 6 years with 44 points scored and over 500 yards on offense. 37 of those points scored by the offense, of course. A scoop and score by Peyton Wilson on the defense. The defense made just enough plays to hold on, keep the Bengals to 38 points for a win. In a lot of ways, this is the type of game the Steelers needed to really prove that they are ready to win some playoff games and even push for a potential spot in the Super Bowl. Are they the favorites? No, but ESPN's Power Index gives them a nearly 10% chance of making the Super Bowl. Just 6 months ago, that same analytics platform gave them a 30% chance of taking a top 10 draft pick in the 2025 NFL Draft. Nobody saw this coming except for the Steelers, who have been confident in themselves all along. Russell Wilson had over 400 passing yards, which was one of the best games of his entire 13-year potential Hall of Fame career. 3 passing touchdowns and a completion percentage over 76. He probably has a few people in Denver scratching their heads, wondering what the heck went wrong to make the Broncos move on from him despite the massive amounts of guaranteed money they had invested in him. The Steelers have over a 70% chance of winning the division now. If they win 2 more games, and one of those is against the Ravens in a few weeks, then they will have the AFC North crown. After the Ravens lost to the Philadelphia Eagles, that Eagles game for the Steelers should be a knockdown, drag-out fight in a couple of weeks. First, the Steelers will take on the Cleveland Browns once again after a chippy game a few weeks ago. And all the comments made between the two teams, you better believe it is going to be chippy again. Let's just say it will be a tough week for George Pickens to put an end to his streak of dumb penalties and immature play. Greg Newsome poked the bear after the loss last week. Also, TJ Watt is going to be looking for a big game. You better believe it. Myles Garrett took some unnecessary shots about the Defensive Player of the Year conversation. Watt is definitely going to try to make him eat his words, though he most certainly will not voice that publicly. Mike Tomlin clinched another non-losing season last week. It's time to get over the playoff hump now. Let me know how you enjoyed the video on Twitter at Ross_McCorkle, and as always, visit SteelersDepot.com for your latest and greatest Steelers breaking news and analysis.